Hi friends, here I am going to explain you how to create a stock item in Fax ERP. For that you have to open Stockmaster. Stockmaster is a record that lists key informations about an inventory item. This information may include description, unit of measurement, weight, dimension, photo, width, order quantity, reorder level, etc. Stockmaster is used as an information source for a variety of purchase, sales and production planning activities. To open Stockmaster, go to Masters, Inventory and click Stockmaster. Once you click Stockmaster, you will get the entire list of existing stock items. To create a new item, click New button from the top of the list. A new screen will open with different tabs. First, you have to enter the stock code. For example, SP28002. Then enter the stock description. I'll put it as oil filter, which can go to a maximum of 100 characters. Moving on to the tabs. First tab is General. Here you can enter the long description. Now this long description can have a maximum of 1000 characters. Here we can give the technical details, like for oil filters you can give a technical specification like 4.6 liter without oil cooler, without towing package, etc. Now you can select the base unit from the unit master. To open any items from the masters, use search button or type desired keyword like carton and select it from the master list. Now there are 10 different grouping fields we have provided in the stock master, which can be used for reporting purposes. Like stock type, you can select again it from the stock type master. Suppose spare parts. Then category, you can select from the list. It's like local car parts. You can select the subcategory. I'll say filter. Like this you can select all the grouping fields. Now you have an option to select if this item is a non-stock item. You can tick mark this, otherwise you can leave it blank. Now we will go to the supplier details. It is required only if you are buying this item from a particular supplier. Now you can give the GL code, the supplier code from the list of suppliers, and then we have the supplier reference number. Like the supplier will be having their own reference numbers for this particular item. Then we have a frame for giving the stock reorder levels, like the reorder level, the reorder size, the minimum level, and the maximum level, and also the lead time. Now all these fields are used for getting the reorder reports and some kind of alerts. Now we will go to the item dimensions, where you can give the weight, the length, the breadth and the height of this particular stock item. Once you are finished with the general tab, you can now go to the details tab for entering the details, where we have the packing details, color, size, shape, finish, season, fitted in, area of application and catalog reference. These fields can be renamed. Now we will go to the next tab. Now in this tab you have the option to enter the Arabic descriptions, the Arabic description, and you have a long description space provided. Now we will go to the next tab, which is the price structure. This is the place where you can define all the pricing structure of this particular item. Now we can define the pricing structures like the retail price, wholesale price and distribution price. Now if you want to provide the retail price of this item, you can select that retail price code, then enter the price. You can even define to what unit this should apply for a single carton and in which currency this has to apply. You can have several pricing structures. Now for this item we have retail pricing, and then if we need one more pricing structure, suppose wholesale price, you can add that. Again you can tell for which unit and the currency. Like price structure, you can even add discount structures which can be managed through this window. Now we will go to the next tab called special. Here we have kept provision for entering the standard cost of this item and the shelf cost. Then there are some other details like the packing details, then the catalog details, catalog number, page number. We have this frame to enter the textile details, like if the item is something to do with textiles, then we have the composition of the item, safety warning, the care instruction we have to take for this particular item. Then we have space for entering a detailed description which can come in your sales invoice or purchase order printouts. Now we will go to the next tab called options, which will have several options. We will go to options tab. Now in options tab we have the inventory control specifications module. Like if the item is batch controlled, then you have to click the batch control option, which can be used for keeping the expiry dates, the container based reports. Now then you have the serial number control option for serial number controlled items. Then we have options whether the item is to be available on website, then you can tick this. Do we have to maintain minimum quantity? Then we will go to the options, lookup parameters. These are some extra features like item message, the promotion type, the VAT GST category type, and the product status, which will be available from the master. You can select it from the master. Now we will go to the next frame, optional lookup parameters, which is used for the item blocking of the items in transactions. Like if you want to block the sales of this item, you can tick this block. Then you can enter the reason for blocking this item. Then you have another option here. The block is in effect for a specific period. So after blocking, you can tell for up to what period you have to block this. You can tell the block before the date and block after a particular date. Now there is another radio button. You can even block the item, that is the block is effect according to the schedule. Now we will go to the next frame where we have the retail options. You can see like if you need to enter price at POS level, you have to tick this. Then for quantity entry at POS, which should not be allowed, then you have to tick this. Item is not discountable at POS. Then you have footstep options, which may not be placed on purchase order. If you need that, you have to tick this. And for accept food stamps for this item, you can tick this mark. Then we will go to the next tab called locations. This is the tab where you can add the locations for which this item you want to make the transactions. Now if you need to add the location, you have to click this plus button. So you will get a new line where you can click this master and you can get the locations defined in your system. Now I am adding warehouse 1. That means now I will be able to make transaction for this particular item in this locations. Now there are several other fields which you can populate along with this. Now the bin number to which this item will reside, the shelf number, and you can even keep the minimum level, the maximum level, order level and order size in each locations for this item. Now you can add any number of locations for this particular item by selecting this window. Now we will go to the next tab, units. This is a place where you have to tell the unit conversions. Now if you need to add a conversion, now always you have to look into this base unit. Now the base unit you have defined is carton. Now you have to go to this unit, you have to add, suppose 1 carton equal to, you have to tell 1 carton equal to how many pieces. One carton is equal to 12 pieces. After this conversion, you can go to the next tab. Now this is a place where you can add the substitute items for this particular item, or like for example, if you have the oil filter for Camry but you have another item for another car, which can be tagged here using this window. Now we will go to the next tab, photo, where you can add any number of photos to this particular item. Now you have to click this plus button. You will get a list of types like cell left. You can select left, and then you have to click this button so that you will get your desktop, which you can browse. And you can add the photos like this. You can have any number of photos for this particular item. You can keep adding like this. After this, we have another tab which is called user defined, where you can rename all these labels as per your requirement. Now we will go to the general tab. This is how we create a stock item. Once all the fields are entered, you can save the stock master by clicking the save button. Thank you.